I'm going to be showing you guys how to play My Girl by The Temptations on the guitar. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 7 chord shapes to play through this song, and we're going to start with our C major, which looks like this and sounds like this. By the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner course right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out. The next chord is our barred chord, which is F. But I know barred chords can sometimes be pretty difficult for beginners, so if you are a beginner trying to learn this song, you can replace your barred F with your F over C chord. The next chord is our D minor. We also have our G major. There's our E minor. And our A major. And then the last chord you need to know is our D major. And those are the 7 chords to play through this song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it will make learning the rest of the song so much easier. And if this is something that you're currently working on, I would suggest checking out my Practice With Me series, where we go through this skill in real time together. But once you've done that, we can go ahead and talk a little bit about the strumming. So if you are a beginner or somebody who struggles with playing and singing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest is to go ahead and bring up the song and play through the whole thing with a single down strum as you sing through the song, and just take a few minutes to make a mental note of what words you're singing whenever those chords are changing. So for an example, let's go ahead and bring up the chorus. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Alright, so basically you would want to do that for the entire song and just take a mental note of wherever those chords are changing. And this is actually something you can do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I will make sure to leave that link in the description box for you guys. But once you've done that, we can talk a little bit more about a full strumming pattern. Alright guys, so the first strumming pattern I have for you is a very common down, down, up, down, up. So let's go ahead and zoom in and talk a little bit about this rhythm. Alright guys, so we're in another 8th note rhythm today, and basically you're just going to count it like this. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright, and basically you can use this strumming pattern for almost the entire song. So you would want to play this pattern through 1 time for each chord throughout the verses. Let's go ahead and look at the first verse as an example. You can see here we're going back and forth between C and F, and all you want to do is play this pattern 1 time through for each chord. So we have C, down, down, up, down, up, to F, down, down, up, down, up, back to C, back to F, just like that. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Alright, so you can see we're basically just going back and forth between the 2 chords and doing a full strumming pattern for each. Once you get to My Girl, you would basically repeat this pattern 2 times for that C chord. So we have My Girl, down, down, up, talking about. Then for your D minor to your G, you would do it 1 time through again. Talking about my girl. And basically that applies for every chorus and every verse throughout the song. You can totally use this strumming pattern. The only place that is going to change a little bit is the first half of the chorus, because we're actually going to be transitioning these chords a little bit faster. So this is where strumming pattern 2 comes into play. Alright guys, so for strumming pattern 2, as you can see, it's not much more difficult. It's just down, down, up, down, down, up. So let's go ahead and zoom in and talk a little bit about this rhythm. Alright guys, so this is still going to be counted in an 8th note rhythm. So basically we have this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. All right? And so basically before we go any further, I'm going to put a little vertical line here between each down, down, up. And what that's going to represent is where we're going to change chords. So like I said in strumming pattern 1, we are going to be changing chords a little bit more frequently in the first half of the chorus. So basically on the left side, you would do one chord. So for example, in the chorus, our C chord. And on the right side, you would do your next chord, which is like D minor, for example. And basically you would take this pattern and play it one time through for each of those chord pairings in the first half of the chorus. So if none of this is making sense, don't worry, we'll break it down right now. So let's take a look at this chorus. On our C chord, you would do the first half of the strumming pattern. So we have down, down, up, then switch to your D minor and finish it out. Down, down, up. Then we have F and G. So F gets the first half, down, down, up. And then G gets the finish it out. Down, down, up. All right, so without stopping, it sounds like this. C, D minor, F, G. All right, so hopefully you can hear that chorus coming together. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? All right. And basically that's the only place that I like to use this split pattern, just because, like I said, the chords transition a little quicker there. And yeah, that's the second strumming pattern. All right guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really internalize these strumming patterns and get them to the point where you're not really counting it in your head too much anymore, and that'll make singing on top of it so much easier. But once you've done that, we can actually talk about a cute little solo tab that's really quite easy to play, and I wanted to show it to you because it's so iconic. So let's go ahead and talk about the tab. Hey, really quick, in addition to the printable guide we've been looking at, did you know I also offer customizable backing tracks, polls for what songs you want to learn next, and even video chats if you're having trouble? You can unlock all these perks and more if you become a patron, which helps me grow my channel and make more videos just like this one. Or if Patreon's not your thing, you can still help me out a lot by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a comment below to help me reach more people in YouTube's recommendations. It only takes a second but makes a huge difference. So thanks so much, and let's get back into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and break down this tab. First of all, if you don't know how to read what you're seeing at the top of the screen, I did make a fun little interactive video on how to read guitar tabs, so I would check that out first and then come back, and that'll make reading this a lot easier. But basically, let's look at the first half. What you want to do is, this is going to basically be like your C chord, so your chord shape on your left hand is going to be in that C chord shape. And what you want to do is go ahead and pick the A string with your ring finger on the 3rd fret. All right. Then when you get to your D string, go ahead and take off your middle finger so you can play that open. And then as it's ringing, I want you to hammer down your middle finger and it'll produce that second tone. All right. And then all you want to do is go next door to the G string and do the exact same thing. We're going to pick it open and then hammer down on the 2nd fret. And we're using our middle finger for all of these hammer-ons, okay? So we have, and then just to finish it out, you would pick your 1st fret on your B string, which is where your pointer finger is, okay? And that's how you would play that first part. And then for the second part, this is kind of going to go over your F chord, but instead of holding down the chord shape on your left hand, I would just do this kind of more freehand. So go ahead and put your pointer finger on the 1st fret of your low E string. All right. Then I like to use my ring finger for the 3rd fret of the low E string. All right. And then this is where it's going to be kind of like the first half. We're going to do more hammer-ons. So on your A string, you're going to pick it open. But then as it's ringing, you're going to hammer on your ring finger onto the 3rd fret of that A string. All right. So you do kind of have to have a little bit of muscle in your fingers to hammer it on hard enough to produce a tone. So just give yourself plenty of time to practice this if this is something that's new to you. But once you do that on the A string, again, you're just gonna repeat that on the D string next door. So you're gonna pick it open and then hammer on with your ring finger on that 3rd fret. All right, and then you repeat that whole thing. And then basically, once you get here, you would go back to the beginning of this tab and start all over. And this repeats itself throughout each of the verses. So you could play through this for the verses instead of strumming. Totally up to you, but I just wanted to provide this option in case that's something that you were looking forward to playing. All right, guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to look over this tab and really get it under your belt. It's a fun way to really dress up your cover if you're wanting to play this for someone. It's instantly recognizable when you play this tab. But anyways, once you get back, we can put everything we've learned together in this tutorial to play through the song. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Fun jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe, but it's just as fun and easy to play, so I'll see you over there. Bye!